guys? Or is it Mirhan's? Kalmahan natin, guys. Makikipag-usap lang naman tayo sa napakagandang dilag. Magandang dilag. Kay Ate Merge po ata. Hala, bakit ganun? Oo. Pero it's not you po. It's not me, it's Merge. Naglag siya. Tin, guess what's here with me? Oh my... Hi, oh my God. Mirhan.
Hi.
Hello. Mayap Abengi.
Okay. Why po Ben to you? How should I call you, Dar?
My community members here call me Momsh Dars. But yes, you can call me Daryl or Dars. Are you ready na ba? Or you need to take more minutes? A few more minutes?
Sige, gawin na natin yan. Ilaban na natin.
Laban na natin.
Ay,
May ano lang sa sound, Mirge. Meron lang mahina or parang muffled. Pakaganda.
okay.
Diyos
Try
ko,
ko
Lord.
mag-record.
Malago. Ubod. Tama ba? Malago. Baka mamaya mali yung sinasabi ko. We can't hear you that much, Miss Mirhan. Naglalag si Mirge. Kanta. Diyos ko, pakaganda naman. Diyos ko, ang ganda aminin, Lee. Nasaan na si Mirge? Huwag kayo mako-confuse, ha? Kaiba to. Magkaiba.
Ayan po, the
Ay!
connection.
Oh my God, that's a lot better. Oh my God. Mirge, are you game? Game now?
Let's go. Mars Stars. Let's go. Mom Stars.
Let me start it again with Mayap Abengi. Kasi prinactice ko talaga yan, Mirge. Kumusta ka?
Nag-effort ka. Ito, Mom Shidars, alam mo, today was supposedly my rest day kasi I'm already packing for the bubble. Hindi ko alam kung bukas or on Sunday ako alas. Pero I've already had kanina yung swab test. So, let's pray for a good, hindi positive, hindi negative kasi hindi natin alam yun, a good result. Ayun.
But if
Ito lang yung ginawa ko today and then,
if in case, wag naman sana, no, Mirge, but like, let's think of the worst that could happen. You're positive. You will still have time naman for the bubble. Or you will still have time to heal for the competition. Right? Tama ba?
I don't think so, Dars. No. Kasi the competition is already on the 25th. So, kung mag-isolate ng 14 days, it will be very hassle for us and for the organization as well. So,
No.
sad to say. Oo nga. Kaya we are all praying. Kanina nagchat-chat kami ng mga girls sa group chat. Sabi namin, girls, we've come so far sa top 30, diba? The challenges were really, really hard to get us into the top 30. If napanood nyo yung video na talagang super iyak ako and my team. Diba? Kasi it was a consolidation of all the effort. Tapos sabi namin na hindi yung COVID positive or yung PCR na napangit na result ang sisira sa mga pangarap namin. Kaya let's hope and pray na good result kami lahat.
We will all be praying for that, Mirge. And we're hopeful that you get a good result for you to get through the final stretch of the competition. Before we proceed with our chit-chat tonight, let me introduce myself first. I am Daryl Paliesco, and my community members here call me Momsh Dars. Usually, I've been a pageant fan even before you were born, like 1994 or 1995. Charlene Gonzalez time, right? And you were born in 1997?
1997, yes. You don't look like it. You look so young. Kala ko
Thank you.
magkakaedara na tayo.
Medyo nako-confuse nga ako, Mirj, kung sino sa atin si Mirj tonight kasi parang magsing ganda. Charot. But anyways,
Si Dars po ang naka-tube for the day. Siya po yun. Huwag po tayo ma-confuse.
Oo. Lakas makapang headshot challenge ni Mirj. But anyways, also before we start, I want you to treat this as a safe environment. We have our moderators here to keep this a safe ground for you. And if in case I get to ask questions that give you discomfort, please, please, please feel free to let me know. And we will surely understand. Thank you. And to be quite honest with you, Mirj, back in the time that Miss Universe Philippines 2021 was just about to start, introduction, I still don't know who Mirjan was at that time. But then the first time I saw your headshot challenge, from like not knowing Mirjan Hipolito to like in a snap of my fingers, you're up in my list. And with that, I wanna know who this gorgeous lady is about. Can you please tell us about yourself?
Hi everybody. Hi Dars. Thank you so much for guesting me. It's been a long time coming. I'm Mirjan Hipolito. It's Mirjan and not Mirjan. You can call me Mirj. I'm 24 years old from Angeles City, Pampanga. I am a writer by profession, but aside from that, I'm a very simple girl. I'm a dreamer. I was once a dreamer, and then I became a flight attendant, which was my dream job for 3 years. And then the pandemic happened, sadly, which led me to quitting my job and exploring to new ventures. And I sold nuggets, I sold Capiz lanterns using my bike during the pandemic, as I've mentioned in the introduction video. And also I became a writer. And that's it about me. I'm a vegetarian. I love eating anything as long as it's plant-based. And I love having fun.
Social butterfly, you mentioned as well on, I think, either the interview challenge or your self-introduction video. Yeah. Can you please allow us to peek through some of the shareable highlights of your childhood life, just for us to at least deep dive a little further?
I think this is the elephant in the room that we need to, address. I'm a daughter of a janitor, and growing up, it was your father's profession, Dars, is one of the hardest things that you could ask a child, especially a child who grew up in the poor areas. I was bullied for it. I was shamed for it, for being born poor and being born among the lowest, among the margins. And I have come to be ashamed at some point about my story, but as I grew up, I realized that my story is something that's unique. It's something that's mine, and now I'm here. I'm inspiring others whenever they hear their story, my story, from someone who had a 0.01% chance of entering college because I was born in the margins, to someone who actually got to fly the national carrier and fulfill her dreams, be of help to her family. It's something that I'm very, very happy about, and this platform, Miss Universe, is amplifying that. So that's it about my childhood.
Thank you for sharing us that story. Actually, parang I had no inkling that you went through some, let's say, level of poverty, because you look to us, or to me, that you are quite sophisticated, a very sophisticated and regal Filipina. And even the way you speak, kahit dun sa tourism video, parang nasa commercial or para kaming nasa airline. Your voice is so sophisticated. And I was quite surprised. Hello? Hello, Mirj.
Ayun. Did you lost me? Did you lose me? Ako
Yeah,
problems
I think.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's
Sorry.
okay, Mirj. It's okay. I was quite surprised, but then I love how you're owning your previous life that you used to, refuse to take. But yeah, from there, which value do you think did you learn the most from that experience?
From that experience, I think that um, I've I've learned how to give a premium and the value of hard work, but also um, in the value of speaking your mind. Because growing up poor, my mom would always tell me to keep my mouth shut when I was being subjected to discrimination, when I'm being subjected to shame, because we are poor. We don't have, the right leverage to fight for our rights and at some point of our lives. But I said to myself that this is not the story that I wanted to write. I want to speak up for my rights, and that is exactly the value that I've picked up to speak up for my truth and to give value to my ground.
Thank you for that. Grabe. Mirj. Konting statements pa lang, pero talagang really up there and about to snatch the crown this year. But then, you mentioned as well about your situation of being bullied in the past. I know it might be too early to ask you, but is that, does that have something to do with your advocacy now?
No. It was an experience that, you know, uh, pained me. It is an experience that I was able to move on from, and I don't want to. I'm sharing it as a way of like inspiring others, but I don't want people to bank on that experience only. I want people to see the version where I have already bloomed. I've already ascended from the bad experiences and the things that weighed me down in the past. So it is not part of my advocacy, but I want people to also acknowledge that I've also gone through that phase at one point of my life.
Actually, I was also about to ask you whether you passed through this stage where you didn't feel good about how you look. Meron bang ganong face? Si Mirhan ba, sa ganda bang niyang yan, may ugly duckling face?
Grabe, Mom Shidars, you wouldn't believe, but I've always been one of the most, one of the girls who have the most awkward faces in high school. Kaya yung mga high school friends, not friends, mga high school acquaintances ko, schoolmates kanyan, when they message me, they say na, I never thought that you would be like that. Kasi I was very awkward, Yung hair ko, bob cut siya. Wala akong kilay. Ngayon marunong na ako. Ayan, nakaka-practice na ako na magkilay.
Did you do your makeup today?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, it's so
Kaya
good.
nga medyo natagalan ako. Thank you so much. Nagpa-practice ako. I don't have the resources to buy the right clothes, the right resources. Na parang, alam mo yun, di ba? Appearance is something that has something to do with our overall impact, di ba? So, I was never considered beautiful when I was in high school. And there's also one point that I wasn't only bullied for being poor, but also for my physical characteristic. But I was able to accept who I am, and now I'm more confident about myself.
And you really are so gorgeous. Where did you start blooming? Like at which point in your life did you start feeling like you're blooming?
Fourth year college.
Fourth year
2017.
college. Mm-hmm.
Bago lang. Bago lang. Parang, di ba? Ayan. Oo. Nung fourth year college, natututo na akong mag-ayos. Yun. Natututo na ako, na-fix na yung teeth ko. Before kasi yung teeth ko are protruding. So, kaya siguro hindi rin nalalabas yung ganda ko or the beauty that I have sa physical. Kasi my teeth are protruding and sila, hiwa-hiwalay. So, my smile is very awkward. No fourth year college, I've worn braces. Na-fix siya, luckily, and iba yung hatak niya sa confidence ko doon. Tapos marunong na akong magkilay, natututo na akong mag-makeup, ayun. And then nagtuloy-tuloy na, nagustuhan ko na yung pag-aayos sa sarili ko.
And you have been quite noticeable as well, palalo, no? Kasi because of your height. I think you're 5'8" or 5'9", right? Tama ba? 5'8"?
I'm 5'8". You know what, Dars? Before, I wasn't noticeable because of my face. I was always noticeable because of my height. Whenever I go to the market with my mom, tapos makakasalubong kami ng mga kakilala niya. Lagi nila sinasabi, uy, ang tangkad ng anak mo. Never na may nagsabi sa akin, uy, ang ganda ng anak mo. Never. So, talagang yun yung na-instill sa mind ko na, hindi ako maganda, pero matangkad ako. Diba? Parang yun yung, it's the trait that people acknowledge for me first, yung height ko.
Pero, yun nga, since 2017, you started like feeling that you were blooming. And kaya naman talaga ngayon, Mirjan, to be quite honest with you, I'll say this again, from the headshot challenge, naging crazy ang lahat ng pageant fans when they noticed that this Mirjan Hipolito, the pride of Angeles City, just looks like a combination of Miriam Kiambao and Janine Tugonon, na parehas na first runner-up sa Miss Universe. So how did it feel for you when, are you aware that it has been like a talk of the town?
I was quite aware for the reason na nung tinignan ko yung likes, hindi ako ma-Facebook na tao, pero tinignan ko yung likes, oh, wow, ano siya? Pumatok siya. And I never experienced, I never thought about that, Lars. Entering into the competition, it was so clear to me that I will be one of, you know, the girls that are not noticeable kasi we are new, diba? We are new, we are trying to make a name pa lang into the pageant world. Kaya nung ganun yung response sa headshot ko, sabi ko, wow! I'm so happy. Pero at the same time, it is quite a responsibility then, you know. Parang meron siyang konting burden for the reason now I am being compared to two of the most beautiful women in the country who are very accomplished in their professional, in their respective fields, and of course in the pageant world. Kaya it is, I'm very grateful, pero ano siya, parang
pressure.
Medyo pressure.
And Miriam Kiambao sent you a video, right?
Oo. Oo. Nag-react na ako. Parang the first time ko siyang napanood, oh my God, si Miss Mirjan Kiambao. Sabi ko, hindi ko alam. I didn't know what I could make out of the video. Pero na-starstruck lang ako. And to hear the words, diba? Her reminder na whatever happens into the competition, you are a woman of God, and you should be driven by the purpose that you have inside you. So, ang ganda ng message niya.
Thank you for sharing that, Mirj. Guys, before we proceed, can I please ask you to say an adjective for Mirjan? And let's make it a game. Kung sino yung adjective na sa tingin ni Mirjan na pinakadikit sa pagkatao niya, yon ang mananalo ng first prize natin. Pwede ba? But anyways, we'll continue, Mirj, while waiting for them to send their adjectives. Mirj, sabi mo kanina yung message ni Mirjam Kiambao na about your purpose sa competition, parang stick to your purpose. Para kanino ba gumigising ang isang Mirjan Hipolito?
Napakahirap na tanong yan, Lars, for the reason na iba-ibang version ng pagkatao ang meron ako bawat pagising ko. May isang araw na gumigising ako para sa pamilya ko. As a breadwinner, I'm a breadwinner. I'm driven by the dreams that I have for my family. Merong isang araw naman na gumigising ako para sa sarili ko, na alam ko na I should take care of myself, I should take care of my story and my conviction. And meron din isang araw na gumigising ako para sa bayan. Kasi I'm a student leader ever since I was in college. I'm an alumna of the Outstanding Students of the Philippines, and that in itself instilled into my heart a heart for service towards the nation building and Yun. Tatlong faces siya. But yung weight niya, Miss Dars, are all equal. For myself, for my family, and for our country, for our community.
Bakit kapag nagsasalita ka, Mirj, na ano na lang ako, na speechless? But anyways, I was browsing through your IG account the other day. I think it was just yesterday. And I saw that, yun, parang yung sa third part mo. Yung sa third part mo na sinabi mo sa advocacy mo, you are a volunteer facilitator in Batangas. Actually, kamukha mo doon si Meann Mendoza. Ganon yung mukha mo. Parang I saw some resemblance with Meann Mendoza. What was that volunteer facilitator about in Batangas? And why Batangas?
Yes. Actually, Mosh Lars, nabanggit ko nga kanina, I am an alumna of the Outstanding Students of the Philippines, and the organization consolidates all the student leaders all around the region, Region 3, and we conduct leadership trainings, career development trainings, and other capacity building measures all around the Philippines. But we mostly focus on Region 3, kasi dito ako, I'm from Central Luzon. And meron din kami mga partner organizations such as the SLTech, which is in Batangas. Yun yung nasa Batangas.
Correct.
Meron din kaming partner organizations sa Petron, local government units. We go to different parts ng country. And what we do, yun nga, leadership training and guiding kids. Yung mga nandun sa Batangas, they are scholars from South Luzon Thermal Energy Corporation's SLTech. Yun. And that is what I was doing for 4 years before I became a beauty queen ngayon. An aspiring beauty queen today.
A woman of real action. Even before the pandemic, no, talagang you've already been acting on causes such as that, no? Grabe.
Ever since I was 7 years old. I've been part of a girls club na pumupunta sa mga orphanage. Gumagawa kami ng mga volunteer performances so that we could collect money. Tapos pupunta kami sa mga orphanages para mag-donate. So ever since I was a kid, na kahit mahirap kami, there's so many people all around the Philippines or around the world who have a worse situation than we do. So what we do is we share talent and the causes that we have in order to uplift or to lessen the sufferings that they have. So yun yung story ko ever since.
Grabe. But anyways, let's go back, Mirj, dito sa mga adjectives na binigay nila sa'yo. And let me know, alin dito yung pinakamalapit sa pagkatao mo. Well, sabi ni Chuz TV, angelic. Sabi ni Jazen, destined for the crown, I think. Kasi may crown icon. Hardworking, empowered, phenomenal, chameleon, affectionate, morena, hardworking and remarkable. Mirjan is eloquent, determined, leader, sweet, independent. Meron na ba na sobrang lapit sa puso mo? Na ikaw talaga? Or kailangan pa natin magbasa? Passionate, resilient?
Tama na.
Nakita mo na.
Tan-tan-tan! Tan-tan-tan! Drum rolls. Ang panalo po ay si Dreamer from Main Agtarap.
Dreamer. Oh, thank you for that. Message mo lang ako yung napili ni Mirjan and meron kang prize na KTX live streaming access.
Grabe ko, sana ba nasumali ako?
and Mirj, if you can share with us the link that we can, use so that we could give it as a support to you para yung KTX live streaming access.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lawrence.
Message nyo lang po ako, Dreamer.
Okay. Yes. I will explain why I chose Dreamer.
Yes, please.
Yes, as I've mentioned kanina, I was once a dreamer, I was never lucky at the birth lottery, as I've mentioned. I only had a 0.01% chance of entering college and finishing an education, but I continued to dream. I was a dreamer, and I will always be a dreamer. And I was able to use that drive, that motivation to help me uplift the quality of lives that we have. And as a dreamer myself, I am also in the hopes that my story will inspire another dreamer to turn her vision or his vision into reality like I did.
And speaking of being a dreamer, when did you start dreaming about becoming a beauty queen? Was it specific to Miss Universe? Or you just wanted to be a beauty queen?
Miss Universe talaga,
Miss
grabe.
Universe.
Hindi ko alam kung ano to. Yung parang, kailangan ko bang maging humble? Pero talagang, yun talaga siya. Simula bata ako. I was watching Miss Universe with my dad. Sa tingin ko, Miss Dars, ever since I was 7 years old, mga ganun na edad. And inaabangan namin siya. Late night pa yung telecast ng Miss Universe nun eh. Tapos talagang sabi ko, one day, isipin mo sumurang edad ko, sabi ko, one day, ako naman yung rarampa dyan, ako naman yung magko-costume dyan, di ba? Yung mga ganon. Parang nasa dugo ko talaga. Or nasa vision ko na talaga na gusto kong maging beauty queen na ganon. Sa Miss Universe talaga.
And why did it take you like so long from being a kid who was dreaming of becoming a Miss Universe specifically? Bakit sa gitna ng pandemic nag-join si Mirj sa Miss Universe Philippines? Gitna pa talaga ng pandemic.
Grabe, no? I'm already 24 years old. Ngayon ko lang naisip. Hindi. It's been a long time coming. Pero, you know, there are things that you need to delay in order to prioritize the things that you need to do first. As I've mentioned, I'm a breadwinner. I had an apprehension, kung iiwan ko tong trabaho ko, I'm already flying for PAL Express. Sabi ko, kung iiwan ko tong trabaho ko, how can I support my family? And we all know that entering a pageant requires time, requires effort, and requires financial assistance. So
Sure.
sabi ko, I'll delay this first. Malay mo, in the future, may makaspot sa akin na willing to sponsor, ganyan, and that happened. Miss
Okay,
Universe
got it.
Philippines, Angela City and Pampanga, sabi sa akin, do you want to join this year? Blessed to be surrounded by people who became my pillar. They understood my story. They understand my story. And we all work together to pull in yung mga kailangan naming resources like designers, dresses, financial assistance, and we made it possible.
Is that the reason why you... Ano yan? Negative yan. Negative yan. We all are praying for you, Mirj. Gusto ka naming makita. And honestly, when the viewers ask me on my TikTok live, sino ang top 5 ko, they know that you're one of them. I'm counting on you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lars.
Sa masnan mo, suportahan ka. Tama ba?
Kagaling. Nag-research ka. A for effort. Malagu, Maya Pabengi. Grabe. Grabe. Thank you so much. I know talaga, you made an effort, Ms. Stars. And I'm happy na talagang kahit, grabe naman. Kahit it's been a long time coming, no, Ms. Stars. Sorry, I have to really apologize sa delay. Pero we're here. So happy.
No, I'm actually so grateful na kahit na busy na yung schedules nyo and you're about to come into the bubble already, you still squeezed in some time for me. For a small TikToker like me, maraming salamat. I didn't imagine like talking to a Mirjan Hipolito, my God. One of my favorites. But anyways, going back doon sa sinabi mo na you found the people who would support you in your Miss Universe Philippines journey. Is this the reason why you chose to be an independent candidate for the Miss Universe Philippines?
It's part of the reason, Miss Stars, to be honest. Pero I weighed on the chances of entering a camp. It's a pandemic, and I'm based in Pampanga. I'm working as a writer. I have a full-time job. Sabi ko, there is no way for me to be able to go back and forth. Manila. And aside from that, this team ng MUPH, Angela City and Pampanga, are people that I really trust. people that I've worked with ever since I was 17 years old, because I was crowned Mutya ng Angeles back in 2015 when I was 17 years old, and these people have already been my fairy godmother. Sila na talaga yung nag-alaga sa akin ever since then.
So this isn't your first pageant. Wait lang, parang nawawala ako. Gosh. Nawawala ba ako?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hindi pa.
Hindi naman. This isn't your first pageant, but your first national pageant. Tama ba?
Yes, technically, it is my first national pageant. If I could just show you through the past pageants that I've had in the past. I was crowned Miss Angeles City back in 2015. And then I proceeded to Miss Pampanga, where I placed second runner-up during the same year. And then for my last pageant stint, I was crowned Miss Association of Local Colleges and Universities National. Sorry, mahaba. It's a national, pero for school siya. It's like Prisaa, if you're familiar with Prisaa. But it's for public schools, public colleges where I came from. So, yeah. That's my last.
So, hindi pala first time talaga. More on, marami na rin talagang pageant experiences or some sort of related to, joining a beauty contest. Let's go to your personal struggles pagdating sa pandemic. How have you been coping with pandemic?
You know what, Ma'am Shidars, it's so ironic how I found. I have to apologize in advance for those people that don't resonate with the feeling that I have. But pandemic was really a great streak for me. It was a period of realization, that even if I lost a job, I found myself. I found the causes that are very close to my heart. I found time for my family. I found time to enjoy the simple things and to enjoy the present. So having that realization is really something that I will always be grateful for. Hindi ko sinasabi na parang masaya ako dahil nagka-pandemic, because we lost so many lives and there's so many people who are infected until this present day. But it led to a realization that I wouldn't get otherwise if the pandemic didn't happen.
Correct. Plus, we couldn't blame people like you who have appreciated some results of the pandemic, because the pandemic has tested as well our mental fortitude, and to be grateful about the positive things that still happen to us despite the pandemic is something that we should really be grateful for, lalo na nga kung na-strengthen yung ating mental fortitude and we don't dwell on on the bad side of the pandemic. And I appreciate that so much. Correct.
Did you have the same experience, Lars?
I have the same
Or
experience.
was it more difficult?
Actually, I'm more grateful. I can relate to you. Kasi honestly, here in our compound, more on, kami na lang yung hindi pa nagkaka-COVID nung father ko. And my father is a senior citizen. He's 70. So parang for us not to get sick or infected by COVID, it's something to really be grateful for. Although we lost lives on the side. Yun, ganun. Yep. So I can really relate to you. But then, you have been, correct, you have been mentioning, Mirj, that you were a flight attendant. And you quitted the job. Why was it for? To pursue further studies? Tama ba?
Actually, Miss Lars, I was supposed to transfer to international operations already. The training was supposedly May in 2020. I already had my LASIK, I already had everything, but then the pandemic happened. So I knew that my dream of becoming an international flight attendant will not come anytime soon, or it will not come anytime in this lifetime. So I made a grateful exit. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, maybe this is the universe's way of telling me to explore. I'm so young. I haven't tried another job. I haven't tried my other potentials. Maybe it's time for me to let go of this dream and pursue another dream. this is where I
That's
ended
right.
up with.
And now you're a writer on the financial markets, right? And we all know that the atmosphere in the market of, the financial markets is always that risky, risk taking, right? Like where to invest, what risks are you gonna take. So if I may ask you, Mirhan, what was the biggest thing you risked to pursue your dream of becoming a Miss Universe?
Lars, I'm a very private person. If you're gonna scan through my Instagram, you wouldn't see that I have so little posts in the past before I joined, and until now, my social media is being managed by people because I don't know how to use it, and that in itself, my privacy is the biggest sacrifice that I needed to give for joining Miss Universe organization, because I couldn't contain my story and be inspirational. I knew that I needed to scan through what I have in my heart, what I have in my story, and share it to others without shame, without being apologetic about it. And that is exactly a way of sharing a bit of my life and letting go of my privacy. But I love how it turned out, because it turned out to be inspirational for others.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I know there are struggles, but it's like also, you're making yourself inspiring to others. Um,
Yes, I think, Miss Lars, that you can relate to this since you are a content creator. No, sometimes it is so difficult for us to always update, to always update what is going on in our lives, because sometimes we have, very sad stories. We have moods. We have different moods. Pero I'm sure you can relate to that, no? That there are things that we can only keep to ourselves, but we still have to share it. So
Correct.
I know that you can relate, diba?
and as we really become, what's that? Open to the public, medyo dumadami rin talaga ang, negative comments, rude comments thrown at you, thrown at us. How have you been handling rude comments? Or do you have your share already of like
Um,
bashers?
yes. I think the first time that I scanned through my tourism video, may mga negative na nagsalita doon. What I did is pasok sa isang tenga, labas sa kabila. Because these people do not know me. These people do not know the struggles that we put into to make me the woman that I am today. So the only person that who could dictate what you should do is yourself and the people you trust. And that is the principle that I uphold when handling bashers.
And that's true. And like, instead of focusing on these rude commenters, I want you to realize, Mirhan, that you have a bigger share of promoters and lovers. More than,
Yes,
the rude
which is I'm
commenters.
so grateful about. Ayan yung mga Mayor Hanatex, hi! Isa-shout out lang natin. Hello po, good evening to all of you, and thank you so much for your support. Ayan.
Ayun. Marriage, let's go to another equally interesting part of you, which is now the pageant, Miss Universe Philippines 2021. Where do you see yourself standing at this point of the competition? Do you feel that you're still an underdog, or do you feel like you're one of the front runners?
Doris, to be honest, I don't really weigh on that. Because at this point, I haven't had the chance to meet the other girls. You can never position yourself or say to yourself that you're a front runner or you are an underdog unless you really understand the people that you're gonna deal with. So I will have to know about that when I meet the other girls and have the chance to talk to them in person.
You haven't met any of them yet, like any,
Yes.
not even one.
Oo.
Oh.
Yes. I'm the only one kasi from Pampanga for this edition. So, pero alam mo, if I may just share, meron kaming group chat and everyone is like interacting very personal with one another, and I feel na parang magkakakilala na kami for so long. Ganun yung parang interaction. Sabi ko, which makes me very excited more about what is going to happen. Kasi more than anything, ngayon palang nafe-feel ko na, Miss Stars, yung sisterhood. Nandun na talaga sa group chat. Yung parang, girls, if you need size 9 na ganitong shoes, meron ako. Girls, if you need food, itong room, punta kayo sa room ko. Ganun na sila. So, sabi ko, grabe itong mga girls na to. They're all very kind.
Who are you closest with at the moment? Like among the other 20?
Wala pa. Pero, I think I'm interacting more. So, more than the others. Kay
Isabel de los Santos.
Yes, de los Santos.
Makati.
Yes, Makati.
Yeah.
Kasi, we were in the same interview at one point. So, nag-meet kami doon, online. And then, nag-interact kami, and I discovered that we like the same things. We like reading. Tapos, we still have one commonality. I just forgot about it. We love watching K-drama together.
Oh.
Siguro, pag manonood kami ng K-drama together.
I also did my research on that one. Your number 1 K-drama is Chloe, Crash Landing on You.
Grabe, hindi ko napigilan. Sorry.
Stalker
yes.
po.
Have you watched that, Miss Lawrence?
Not yet. I'm not
Have you
into
watched
K-drama, but I'm a fan of BTS. Super fan ako ng BTS.
Sorry, hindi ko napigilan. Hindi ako yung ARMY, pero when I work out, I listen to BTS songs. Especially yung Boy With Love, kasi it has a different kind of mood. So, it lifts my spirit up. Pero yun, K-drama, yes. It's Crash Landing on You. And if anyone likes it as well, tara na. Magchikahan na tayo.
Actually, sa post mo lang ko nalaman na ang Boys Over Flowers pala ay K-drama. Doon ko lang na... Kala ko Chinese or parang ganon. Or Japanese. Yun pala.
Napagkahalataan yung age. Kasi Boys Over Flowers is 2009 pa, sabi ko, shucks. Nawagan sa
Eh di lalo na yung sa time namin, Mirj. Ano pa, sila Daoming, sila Meet Your Garden. Matanda na ako noon. But anyways.
It doesn't look like it.
Thank you. Let's move forward to talking about your virtual challenges. You have your team that support you very well. Can you walk us through the conceptualization of like, anong entry ang ipapasok natin? How do we execute them? Ano yun? Can you walk us through that?
In terms of the things, the challenges that involve yung mga photos, diba? May mga swimsuit, may mga headshot. My team took leadership on that. Sila na talaga yon. They contacted different photographers all around Angeles City and Pampanga to help us. Ano lang yun na, ex-deal lang yun with Stars. They're so kind to give that shot for free. And kasi expert yung team ko dyan, may experience na sila dyan. But the conceptualization ng mga videos like the introduction is purely mine, and the tourism video is purely mine. To give you a brief context about the tourism video, which is out just a few days ago, I've written that script with the knowledge that, sabi ko, it is Angeles City, we have to be very honest, has a very little tourist spots, diba? I have a very small city. Sabi ko, how can I portray? I want others to show that Angeles City is more than just the modern city that it is. I want to show the story of the people. And I'm so happy to see the simple life ng mga farmers. If you've watched yung yung tourism
I
video ko.
did.
And that is exactly what I wanted to highlight. That is exactly what I wanted to highlight. These people are what makes Angeles City a beautiful home for me.
I love the lines. The story of a city is the story of its people. Super.
It's true.
And let me just commend all the Kapampangans. Ibang lumaban ng Kapapangans sa beauty pageants. Ibang magsuportahan. Like, I'm sure, isa kayo sa cities or provinces na pinakamaraming na-release na winners sa beauty pageants. And we really are hopeful that you will fight for your rightful spot for that, Mirjan.
Oo. I have very big shoes to fill, Miss Dars, for the reason na talagang title holders sa mga Kapampangan in the past. Like, we have produced really good quality, high calibrate na mga beauty queens. Sabi ko, sa sarili ko, I'll just enjoy it. Pero, the pressure is there. Dahil the women who have gone before me really did a great job.
Super. And let me tell you as well that yung intention mo of showcasing the people more than the city, the modern city, was very well manifested on your work sa virtual challenge. If I may ask, Mirjan, what is your most favorite virtual challenge? Yung pinaka-favorite mo entry?
Yun.
The tourism video.
Yun. Yung tourism video. Kasi, we had so much fun doing it. Alam mo, yung mga locations na pinupuntahan namin, I got the chance to bond with my team. Parang, doon kami mas lalo naging solid na, it's time to enjoy, sabi namin. Whatever happens sa tourism video, kung mapalabas siya, hindi, masali sa top 30, what we could bank on is that we enjoyed it. We enjoyed doing it. And we created a bond na we discovered so many places all around Angeles City na hindi namin expect na meron pala sa city namin. Nung nandun kami sa sunrise, sabi namin, wow, is this in Angeles City? Grabe, I'm so proud to be an Angelena. Ganun kami lahat. So, it was a really good experience. Just thinking it now makes me kilig. Sobrang happy ko parang until now to relive the memories.
Parang na-struck lang ako doon sa sinabi mo, Mirj, na parang bahala na kung mapalabas or hindi. Maybe you were referring to, not making it to the top 30. Tama ba ako?
Yes. You know what? Martinars, because that tourism video was shot nung, I think, 100 pa kami. Kasi they've already given us the list of the challenges that we needed to accomplish, and my team was so proactive to do everything, kahit na siya, yung parang, di ba, nag-advance challenges by challenges, sabi nila, let's do it lahat na para wala tayong regrets, di ba? Mapasok ko, hindi. So, yun. Buti na lang.
Sobra. Napanood ko nga yung video mo with your team. Like, when you cried, sabi ko, ramdam ko yung kagustuhan ni Mirj to be in the top 30 kung paano lumalaban. But then, I was really confident kasi sabi ko, imposibleng hindi makakasama si Mirj sa top 30. So, parang as a fan, as I was more confident, parang I felt na, hindi imposible kahit alam mo yun, kahit medyo dulo-dulo na tinawag si Mirj, imposible hindi talaga papasok si Mirj.
Sabi mo?
Oo, imposible talaga. Hindi ko inisip.
Nerve-wracking yun. Grabe.
I know. Sobra. But anyways, we go now to the more technical aspects of the competition, which are the pasarela and the Q&A. The pasarela, you were one of my top 10, I think. Sa pasarela. But how do you see yourself now in your pasarela skills? And anong training ang ginagawa mo?
You know what, Miss Dars, and there are a lot of critical comments when it comes to my pasarela, and I know that you're aware of that being a pageant fan. Because of my hands. Way I behaved on my pasarela was before I got the training sa pasarela. So it was a stock knowledge pa nung yaning Pampanga days ko. That is how I walked. In-execute ko lang siya, mali pala yung kamay. So, my team really made an effort to fix the hand movements. Although it's not yet perfect, but I think that it's better na than before. Kasi mga sigat before, di ba? Yung kamay is all over the place. So, now, siguro, ano na lang siya. Hindi na siya siga. Ano na siya? Medyo feminine na siya.
Do you have a name for your pasarela?
I want to name it Highway Walk. For the reason na, I have to tell you a story, guys. When I was starting pa lang sa pageant, I was practicing sa gitna ng highway. Hindi naman siya highway, daan siya. Kasi our house was located, yung daanan siya. Then, pag may dadaan na motor, may dadaan na sasakyan, uupo ako sa gitna para hindi nila ako makita na nakakaya kasi nagpa-practice ako naka-heels. So, that is where I started. So, pag naano ko, anong tawag sa walk mo? Is a highway walk kasi that is where I started. Sa highway.
I love that. Ang ganda ng story. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Nag-start lang ako sa pa-highway. Highway, pa-upo-upo pag may dadaan na.
Cute. Let's go to your Q&A. I appreciate yung style mo na on your TikTok account, you are videoing yourself answering questions. I've been telling that to the viewers of the TikTok live na kapag nasa TikTok live ako. How do you assess yourself in terms of your Q&A or communication skills at this point of the competition?
Ayokong yung sarili ko na para mababa yung ibaba ko yung confidence ko. Pero you know what? I still have so much things to improve on when it comes to my Q&A. For the reason na, scattered pa yung thoughts ko. But, I'm so happy of how everything is turning out. Kasi ngayon, meron akong structure na, if I'm asked this question, I already know how to organize my thoughts. Kasi before, ano lang siya, parang, alam mo yon kung anong unang pumasok sa isip ko, yung mga videos ko sa TikTok.
Yeah.
If you could notice, ano lang siya, it's something from the heart, it's something from the mind, wala siyang structure. So now, I'm still weighing on the chances na if may natanong sa akin na I'm not familiar with, how can I address it? So, ngayon meron akong structure and I'm finding it quite better. Na-apply ko siya nung interview for the Miss Universe, yung Who's Your 14 Hour. I played it safe because during that time, I was yung lagnat ko 40, kaka-vaccine ko lang noon. Sabi ko, I'll just pull in the right amount of consciousness and the right amount of confidence that I could in order to get this through. And I'm so happy na na-apply ko yung structure na just tell where you stand, give a little bit of information and close it. So, buti na lang di ako gano'ng nag-stutter doon.
You're referring to interview challenge? You're referring...
Yes.
40 degrees Celsius na temperature?
Oh.
No, feeling ko walang nakakaalam dito. Kasi you did very good there. You did very well. Sobra. Yeah. And totoo yun ha. Kasi you're one of my top performers. Pagdating sa may listahan pa ako actually. Grabe. 40 degrees Celsius ka pa pala nun. But then, can we try?
Yes.
Sige, please. Mirjan, continue.
Oo. I wasn't supposed to get my vaccine the day before, pero pinakiusap na ng team ko para wala na kaming apprehensions. Kasi if ever I'll get into the top 30, tapos hindi pa ako fully vaccinated, sabi ko, sige, ilaban natin. Since nandito na rin naman tayo, it can't be helped. Sabi ko, sige, let's do it. Sabi ko, buti na iraos.
Sabi dito, Mirj, sa comment, sabi ni Mikoy Estrada, Diyos ko, may lagnat ka pa nun, Miss Mirj. Wala, nakakaalam sa amin. We wouldn't really know with the energy that you gave there for the interview challenge. We wouldn't know. But can we try Mirjan's communication skills now? I have 3 pageant questions for you.
Sige, let's try.
Game?
If I can pull in.
First
I'll try
question.
to answer it as casually as possible. Okay.
If knowledge is power, what is experience?
Well, experience for me is very superior. It is the root of all the knowledge. It's the root of why we are here. Because it is only through experience that we are able to understand ourselves. It is only through experience that we can use the influence that we have in order to understand others as well. So that is where I stand. So experience is a superior tool to make us inspirational in the future.
Grabe. Hindi lang na itawid, may pagka-goosebumps pa. Second question, Mirj. What to you is the color of an inspiring woman and why?
It is definitely black. Black is so powerful. It can stand on itself. Yet, it also knows how to blend. It knows how to assimilate or with other colors. And it is a phenomenal woman for me. She is strong. She has a very strong conviction and she believes in herself. But she knows how to tone that in order to relate her story to others. Thank you.
Echos, Mirj. Kinilabutan ako. Na-struck ako na hindi ko in-expect that you would choose the color black out of all the colors, but then you justified it very well. And my boyfriend is black kasi, so parang, oh, Black Lives Matter.
Yes. Alam mo, yung mga crushes ko, Miss Darcy, if I could just inject this, yung mga crushes ko are black. Kinikilig ako. Sorry. Yung mga, iba talaga yung appeal and they're just gorgeous. Yung appeal nila, lalaking lalaki. Ay!
Cute. Thank you for that. And for the last question, Mirj. What does it mean to you if you get the crown? And it's a two-tier question. What can it cost you if you don't?
It will mean everything to me for the reason that the crown will lead me to amplify my platform. I've been a nation builder ever since I was at a very young age, and having this right amount of influence and the followers that I have will help me amplify the causes that I advocate for. And if I will not win, will still continue to be an inspiration. I already have a story. I already have what it takes to be an inspirational woman, and I will just continue to bank that experience. Thank you.
Guys, tapusin na natin to. Mirj, uwi mo na. May crowning ceremony.
Oh, wow. Ang ganda niya.
Mawad na to. So, idiretso mo na to, Mirj, sa Israel. Idiretso mo na to sa Israel, please. A few more questions, Mirj, before we end the interview. Well, meron pa pala tayo isang prize. I almost forgot. Mirj, can you give us 2 truths and 1 lie, please? At sa pinakaunang magko-comment ng lie, makakahula ng lie ni Mirj, siya ang mananalo ng another KTX live streaming access.
Okay. Wait lang. Ayusin ko. Wait lang. Ay, dire-diretso lang, no? Facts.
Correct.
Facts about me. I am chu-chu-chu-chu. Yeah, okay.
Pero kahit saan mo i-insert doon yung... Ay, sorry.
Yung lie.
Yun lie.
Yung lie. Unahan, Mirjan's favorite author is Haruki Murakami. Next, Mirjan is a top student in high school, and Mirjan, wait lang. Mirjan's favorite book is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Sige, i-comment nyo po ang lie.
Yes. So, meron na nag-comment dito. First statement, truth. Mirjan's favorite author, lie. 3-2. So, meron ng 1-2-3. Ang nanalo sa atin dito, Merge, ang makakakuha ng KTX live streaming access, ibunyag na natin, alin doon ang lie.
Ibunyag natin.
Ibunyag na natin.
Sige, ikaw na pumili kasi we have a different, ikaw na yung Mirjan is a top student in high school. Sadly, it is a lie, everybody.
Number 2. So, ang nanalo po ay si... ang pinakauna nag-comment dito ay si Giome. Giome, please message me to get your prize. Congratulations, Giome. Thank you for that merge. And a few more questions.
I have to explain on that.
Oh, so yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, I think I just have to give you a brief explanation on that. I almost got kicked out when I was in high school because my school is like a special school. May maintaining grade kami, I think 85 ata, no? And then I almost got kicked out for binge watching on so much K-drama that I sleep on classes. Ganun ako, 3rd year to 4th year, I only sleep on classes. So, yun, that's a lie. I wasn't always a nerd in high school as I was in college. Congratulations to the winner.
But the way you're presenting yourself, people wouldn't really believe you were in the top of your class. That's why ang mga answers nila 3 and 1. Yeah. And a few more questions, Mirjan. I'm sorry, I think I got too much of your time. A few more questions before we end this. Number 1, at this point of the competition, what makes you stand out from the rest?
As I've mentioned over and over, it is always my story. I have a very unique story. I have a very humble beginning. And as much as other girls have it, we have a very unique experiences from each other. And I consider mine as something unique because I owned it despite of being a very sad story at first. I was able to accept it as it is and make it as an inspirational as it can be.
Kaya tataya kami para kay Mirjan Hipolito. May idea na ba kayo sa saan gaganapin ang pageant? Or are you allowed to share that?
To be honest, Ms. Dars, wala pa. I think that they're gonna disclose it tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, because they're still working on with the suppliers and everyone. So I hope na talaga na masettle na so that we can all know kung pwede ba tayong mag-live or kung online lang, di ba? Para ma-calm na yung apprehensions ng ating netizens. So right now, wala pa pong final.
What else could we expect from Mirjan? Like, considering na nakita na namin si Mirjan, super consistent eh. From headshot towards tourism video, consistent. What else could we expect from Mirjan?
I think that you would expect me to enjoy the competition. At this point, as much as I would like to, pressure myself to do best because of the support that you give, I tell myself that I will just continue on and enjoy it because we never know what will happen. Pero when I look back 10 years, 20 years from now, I want to be able to relive this experience and tell myself that despite all the pressures and everything that has happened, it was and I had a really good time doing Miss Universe Philippines.
Please, Mirjan, please don't forget to enjoy your journey. And sana...
Yes, I'll give my best.
When you get...
Pero I will enjoy it.
Once you get the crown, sana magkaroon pa rin ako in the future na opportunity to talk to you. And for our last...
Yes, of course.
Last few words. Can you complete this sentence for us? I am Mirjan Hipolito, and I am.
I am a phenomenal woman with a kind heart.
Thank you so much, Mirj.
Yay!
Can you have your parting
I'd like
message?
to invite. Yes, I'd like to invite everybody to after this live. I have another interview. I think it's Mars France on YouTube. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you, Doris, for giving me this opportunity. As I've said, it's been a long time coming, but so nice. You're so sweet. Alam mo yon, you made me feel at home. And I can see why many people like you, because you're just so kind, that radiates on your aura. And I'd like to thank the Mirjanatics,
Ayun. Oh my God. Pasabi, Mir.